I'm actually pretending to be a ghost, not a homosexual. Right, I'm going to be talking about the Ghostbusters movies and Ghostbusters related DVDs, because Ghostbusters has recently been released on Blu-ray, although I'm not bothering with Blu-ray at the moment, that's another story, and also on the PlayStation 3, but those bastard shitting fuckasses at Sony just released the game on the PS3. They didn't release it on the Xbox 360 or the Wii, at least, not yet. Not in Europe, at least. I believe you people in America are lucky you've got it on all three systems, and PS2, so all four systems. But here Sony were like, no, we own the rights to Ghostbusters, so we're just going to have it as a PS3 exclusive, so everybody else has got to wait till the end of the year. And so us poor Wii owners have to wait until the end of the year to experience what is, in essence, the third Ghostbusters movie. It's written by the original people and it stars the original people. So I'm just annoyed with Sony at the moment. I was thinking about buying a PS3, but I thought, no, I'm not going to. That will show them. Right, anyway, Ghostbusters, the movie, on DVD. I think this DVD's been discontinued, which is a shame, because this is definitely the best version of Ghostbusters that they've released. It's got some very cool special features, some good deleted scenes, some very funny deleted scenes, actually, which I'm glad they didn't include in the movie, but they're amusing. And it's got a really cool kind of animated commentary throughout the film. In a, what do they call it? Mystery Science Theatre 3000, I think that's what they call it. We don't really have that over here in Britain, but I gather it's quite big in America. Where you have the silhouettes of the three people, the director Harold Ramis, the director Ivan Reitman, and somebody else who I can't remember now because I haven't seen it for a while, talking about the movie, and they're kind of pointing to things on screen, and it's quite cool. It's just an interesting, innovative type of commentary which hasn't been done before, or since, I think. But this is really cool, very good disc, good picture quality. I know that the re-released versions are supposed to have better picture quality, but they don't. There's lots of things online about how they fucked up the transfer. I'm sure Blu-ray looks cool though. I may buy it one day, we shall see. But that's good fun, and a classic movie, probably one of my favourite movies. I actually went through a period of watching Ghostbusters every single day when I was about 5 or 6. I'd get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and watch Ghostbusters, so I must have seen it about 400 times. Can't be healthy, can it? But I turned out normal. Ghostbusters 2, this is really good. This is actually the first movie that I ever saw in the cinema in 1989 when I was about 6 years old, because I watched the original Ghostbusters so many times. I think my parents thought it was a good idea for me to leave the house and go and do something different, which happened to be watching Ghostbusters. But this is good, underrated sequel, I think. Looking at it now, I can see that it's an inferior film to the first one and just recycles a lot of the ideas. But man, I've been watching this film since I was 6 years old, so I can't look at it logically. I love it. It's just kind of, it's part of my upbringing, it's part of my childhood. The cast are very good again, and it's a Ghostbusters film, man. You can't go wrong with a Ghostbusters film. Unfortunately, the DVD's not very good. It hasn't really got any special features. I think because the people who made the film aren't very proud of it now. Look at how messy my table is, I just realised. Some random shit on there. Yeah, the people who made the film originally aren't really proud of this. Like, Bill Murray just doesn't want anything to do with it, and I think they just don't, so they wouldn't get together to record a commentary or anything. And you're thinking, Ghostbusters, so that's Ghostbusters 1 and 2. What else has he got? Well, you're about to find out. Freddy vs. Ghostbusters. You may not have heard of this one. This is actually a fan film made by a fan film company called Braxton Film, owned by Hank Braxton. If you look at, I think it's braxtonfilm.com or .org, I think it's .com. I'll find out. But these guys make fan films, and this one's actually really cool, as it is, as the title would suggest, the Ghostbusters versus Freddy, and I was lucky enough to find this DVD on eBay, which has lots of special features on it as well. And it's surprisingly good. Like, with fan films, you're like, oh god, it's going to be pathetic, it's going to be loads of people running around with tinsel and in a Be Kind Rewind kind of way. But this is actually really good. There's a real care and attention taken, and they obviously love both of the respective franchises, and so definitely give that a look. Download it, it's free. And those same guys went on a little bit later, actually a few years later, to make Return of the Ghostbusters, which amazingly is actually a feature-length film and acts as a kind of semi-sequel to Ghostbusters 1 and 2. It's more of a spin-off, really, with a new set of Ghostbusters, kind of the next generation of Ghostbusters. One of the guys is supposed to be related to Egon, called Ed, I think, Ed Spengler. Yeah, he's supposed to be Egon's nephew. And And nicely enough, in the new Ghostbusters game, they actually make reference to this, and you see like a little drawing in the background with saying like to Egon, love from Ed, like a little drawing of a Ghostbuster. It's supposed to be him who's drawn it. And there's a couple of other references to it as well, so obviously the people in charge of the Ghostbusters franchise have taken notice. But really do download this. This is one of the best fan films I've ever seen. For a fan film, the special effects are very, very good. I think a lot of people worked for next to nothing, like donating their special effects expertise to the film just because they love the Ghostbusters franchise. And all the costumes are spot on. They've got a really cool ectomobile. And even the acting's pretty good, actually, especially from the guy Jason Weiss, I think his name is. He's very good in it. He kind of plays a Venkman-style character. And the main villain's pretty cool. He's a guy who's trying to summon up an ancient Egyptian god to destroy the world or something. But yeah, really, honestly, I can't recommend this enough. It's very, very good. You won't be disappointed. And if you are, fuck you. Okay, this is a Real Ghostbusters disc. We haven't. They're starting to release. I'll show you in a minute. They're starting to release the whole episode, like the whole series of the Real Ghostbusters in Region 2. But up until now, we've just had these compilation discs, which aren't that spectacular. But I got this one because it's got Knock Knock and Venkman's Ghost Repellers, which are a couple of my favourite episodes. I love those. I think I had them on video when I was little, so again, these are ones that I've watched many a time. But very recently has been released the Real Ghostbusters, the complete first season, which is a double disc set, and it's pretty good. It hasn't got any special features, but it's just great to see the old episodes again. There's actually quite a few that I haven't seen. I thought I'd seen them all, but obviously not. So there's quite a few on here which I'm watching for the first time, and it is good. It's dated, and obviously it's fairly childish now to watch, but if you can put yourself back in the mind of how old I've been, 6 or 7 year old, then it's enjoyable. And I'm looking forward, actually, when I eventually have kids, to showing them these and seeing what they think of them. And if they don't like Ghostbusters, I'll probably disown them or drown them or something, whatever's acceptable. So yes, that's my Ghostbusters collection, and I'm really looking forward to getting Ghostbusters on the Wii when it comes out eventually, and I'll try and avoid buying a PS3 or an Xbox 360 just to play that one game until October, whenever it is that it's released. So as always, I shall say thank you very much for subscribing, for all your lovely comments, and I shall see you in a future video. Sweet dreams, don't have nightmares. Bye bye.
Well, that wasn't such a chore now, was it?